How does one go from this to this, or from this to this? Real people, real transformations. Amazing life-changing results are achieved every day at O Skin Med Spa. Let Miss O show you the way. Your very own before and after experience awaits. Call now for a free consultation. Visit oskinmedspa.com for more details.
Good evening, everyone. It's another Thursday, and it's time for another Who is Socal episode where we feature a slice of Socal, our Philams in our Socal community. Yes, and so tonight, I'm actually alone. Kuya Ed's not here, but we have a very special co-host, and she'll be coming in a little bit. But before anything, hashtag live if you're watching live, and hashtag replay if you're watching replay. And since we're going to be talking about our hair and makeup artists, let's just put hashtag makeup or hair and makeup. And before anything, I would like to thank our sponsors, Miss Olivia Keto Co. of O Skin Care and Med Spa. We have attorney Mary Lynn Sanga of the law offices of Mary Lynn T. Sanga. We have Teresa Joy Gonzalez of Chowking at Ipapa, and we have Formula M Creatives, and our guests will actually be giving away some really surprising gifts later on tonight. So stick around with us until the very end. We're going to have a special activity and a raffle for everybody. We have, I think, 5 prizes for everyone. So stick around. And because we're starting a little bit late due to technical issues, I'm going to bring in our very first guest, and she is no other than Ornella Curry. She's a bridal and hair makeup artist. She's the owner of Brides and Brushes, and Ornella is a really has over 20 years of experience in the bridal hair and makeup industry, and she launched bridesandbrushes.com in 2016, and she is a mother of 3 and a wife to a very supportive chef. That's Matthew Curry of Tisoy Creatives. Yeah, I'm like plugging away. So hi, Matthew, if you're out there. And she is a full-time working mom as an HR professional, and she enjoys her passion for serving women in IE, LA, and OC. Let's all welcome Ornella. So everybody, hashtag Ornella, hashtag ORNELLA. Hi, Ornella.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thanks for having me tonight.
I am so excited. Thank you for being back on our show. You're one of the very first people who guested with us before. Welcome back, and it's gonna be
Yes.
fun.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm glad to be back here at your show, Mick.
Yeah, so while we're waiting for Kris, if you're out there, Kris, we're ready to bring you in. So let us know how you got started with hair and makeup.
So I actually started with hair and makeup, well, professionally, back in 2008, and that time I was still in the Philippines. And this is actually something that I remember been doing since I was a child, sneaking into my mom's room, playing with, all her stuff. But, back in high school, we are kind of like part of our curriculum. You're involved to stage plays and pageants, and I become the makeup artist to, my classmates and friends. And then I forgot about that. But when I was in the workforce doing my HR job, I was introduced by a friend or a colleague to do hair and makeup again. So then at the time I was there was a program actually where they support other skills or other things that you are into. So I was funded to go into classes and do my professional makeup artistry in 2008, and then the rest is history.
That is so awesome because you were able to find that support, for something outside of academics, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, Kris is now here. So our next guest, oh my goodness, he is actually from Chicago and he's a new transplant to California and to LA. He's a hair and makeup artist and educator who's had a lot of experience in the fashion industry. I mean, talk about New York Fashion Week. And Kris has been chasing his big dreams in building his empire, moving from the Big Apple in New York City to the Golden State, which is California, our home state, as a makeup and hair educator. And he has been in the industry for more than 10 years. And he has had a chance to work on the Victoria's Secret fashion show in 2018. And he is so lucky to be the hair and makeup artist for the Miss Universe organization. And his mantra is never stop pushing and just keep on growing. So everybody, hashtag Kris, KRIS.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Kris.
Hi,
How are you
everyone. How are
doing?
you guys? Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so excited for this panel. How are
Yeah,
you?
hi. So how are you finding California? When did you move to California?
So I moved here in California on September first week of October of 2020, which is last year, during this very crazy pandemic. I was so scared at first. I was like living here in California. I wouldn't expect I'm not gonna expect anything at first, but like meeting a lot of and connecting a lot of new artists here is just so amazing. It's so different in East Coast than here in the West Coast. And like mostly like doing makeup application wise and such, it's so different. But I'm so excited to be here in California. Thank you. Yes.
Yay! And so this is our first time meeting Kris. He's also a member of the Socal Pinoy's Facebook group. And so can you tell us really quickly, like, what's the difference between East Coast and West Coast in terms of applying makeup? And is there a difference in style or anything like that?
Yes, totally 100%. Total different the way of how they do makeup here in West Coast, and mostly people or who's in the industry is totally different. So like I've met a lot of like couple artists, so we called artists, but like they don't have any literally proper knowledge of like of sanitations and such. So like they think they're makeup artists, but they're actually not. So like, I was like, why is it they're gonna be called artists?
And so yeah, we lost your sound.
production.
And so would you so we lost his sound. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're losing you. And so let's go back to Ornella. Like in terms of what you oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll bring him. Yeah, we kind of lost him. So we'll bring him in a little bit. So going back to Arnella, so what's this like? Speaking of style, since we're already talking about style, so in the West Coast what is the style like? Is there a specific style? I know you do a lot of brides and bridesmaids. Is there a specific style or look that people kind of just follow?
Well, personally, I don't have experience much in here in our area, or in Southern California. Majority of the clients I've handled, they go for something classic and fresh and natural. And that has always been the technique and something that we recommend as professionals. Of course, what I personally like, even for my own clients or even for myself, is something that when you look back 20 years, 50 years after, you still recognize yourself, right? Especially if this is a milestone in your life, then you wanted to see these pictures going back, still you, still fresh, and it's not just following the trend, but enhancing the beauty that you have. So that's actually what style that I do for most of the brides that I've handled in my entire career. So
Mm-hmm. And so, okay, so like we were talking about style, and we'll go back to like the differences in makeup application and all of that, like the technical side of the hair and makeup industry. But going back to your story, so you had a lot of support when you were younger. Were there any mentors or any instructors that you looked up to that inspired you to finally go into what you're doing now?
well, and that's a very good question, Mick, because growing up, I wasn't really, I would say I was a tomboy. Its makeup wasn't really a big deal for me. It was just like, colors and stuff. But when I went into the professional makeup artistry, my big mentor and support that who I actually admired is a celebrity makeup artist who actually taught me and became my mentor, who is RB Chanko. She is still active and soaring the career in makeup artistry in the Philippines. And even I know she's also known internationally because she was the one who took care of the Miss Universe as well back in 2 or 3 years ago, if I remember correctly. So her career soared in that. And I admire her skills and also seeing that potential in us and encouraging us to do what we love and also to experiment. It's just something that, the support and mentorship that she provided was amazing.
So it's always helpful to have a mentor, right? Like someone who can guide you and coach you, right? And so speaking of Miss Universe, let's bring in someone. Let's bring in Kris, who's had a lot of experience with Miss Universe contestants and putting makeup on them. Hi, Kris. Welcome back.
Hi. Hi. Is it better now? I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry. So sorry for the
It's
connection.
actually
It was
better. Ornella and I were just talking about how she started and if she had any mentors. So did you have so how did you start with the makeup industry? Like when you were young, was there how did you were you how were you as a kid, and did you have any mentors or anybody to guide you?
so back then, I remember this. When I was like 13 or 14, I always go to my mom's closet. Like literally go to my mom's closet and just like ransack like whatever she has, like or even her eyeshadow and lipstick, and just put it on. Just I just hide in her restroom. Like if my parents are out, I just literally go to my mom's closet, take all her makeup, and just like put whatever like few eyeshadows or lipstick and stuff like that. And one time she caught me with a lip gloss. She was like, "What's in your lips?" I was like, it's Vaseline." I was like, I told my mom it's just Vaseline. And literally my dad was like, "Is that lip gloss?" And I was like, "No, it's just Vaseline. I have chappy lips. Like I need to moisturize my lips." And like later on, my mom grabbed me and she was like, "Are you putting makeup on?" And I was like, "Yes, mom, just a little bit, and thank you." Because like every time she came back from work, she always go through her stuff because she knows that I'm always like on her drawers in her closet and her like makeup stuff. And she was like, "Kris, what happened to my eyeshadow?" And I was like, sorry, mom. I think I use it. I use it on her dog. And she was like, "No, I was like, don't put makeup on her dog." And I was like, "Mom, why? Like, our puppies need to look pretty." Anyhow, it was just so crazy. And later on, and my friends saw me when I was like in high school. They were like, "Oh, Kris, can you do my hair? Can you do my makeup?" So it was like all over my friends' prom, senior photos, even to the point I had my first wedding client when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
I was so shocked. Literally, it was a bride. I was so shocked, and I was like, no, you're not gonna look like a whole drag queen walking down the aisle on your special day. And she was like, "No, it's okay. I trust you." And I was like, "You need to sign a waiver, honey. You need to sign a waiver because whatever picture lasts forever." I was like, "Picture photos will last forever. So it's not my fault if you don't have like a pretty good smoke eye or whatever." So she was like, "No, it's okay. I trust you." And I was like, "Okay, perfect." And like after that, like I've been always when the social media, like when the Instagram, Twitter came up and really big. So I've been like looking around who's gonna be my inspiration, who's gonna be my mentor. And I'm just like counting and counting and counting. And I met this amazing celebrity makeup artist. Her name is Nydia Figueroa. If you're watching, but hey girl. She's been in the industry for so many years. I've been assisting her for about 3-4 years and literally growing from there. Hmm. And of course, I was so lucky to get a chance to work for MAC Cosmetics and all the trainings and stuff. Yeah.
That is so awesome. And so we have someone backstage. She's actually our special co-host for the evening. So let's call her in. She's actually Abby Castillo. Hi, Abby. How are you doing?
Hi.
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 So this is so last minute. We called in Abby to fill in for Kuya Ed. Yeah, and so I see you've gotten your hair done today, right?
Yes.
And so we're gonna see Jane, who actually did her hair in a little bit. Yeah, so we were just talking about how Ornella and Kris started with the makeup industry and how and who were their mentors.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so that's where we are. And I also wanted to ask Ornella or Kris. So describe the discipline that you're in, because you both of you are doing a little like somewhat different things within the makeup industry, right, Ornella? Because you're doing brides and bridesmaids and more of that event makeup, and with Kris, you're doing more of the fashion, Miss Universe, and more entertainment, celebrity related kind of makeup, right? And so, can you tell us what that's like? What are the dynamics in working
Yes.
within those
Yeah.
sections of your industry?
Go
Kris,
for
do you
it,
want to
Kris.
start? Kris?
Ornella, you want to start first?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
go ahead,
yeah.
but anyway, all right. Well, with the
Yes.
bridal industry, I think it's more on because I do this with events. It's mostly on weekends, so I take on clients on in a level of really customer service. So I take on what they need and then cater to their needs and their requirements when it comes to their events. Of course, we just do give recommendations and how we do our our makeup or our thing, and if we match and they like the techniques or the style that we or I do, then then it goes through the trial makeup, and then we do the actual day of the event. I think for Kris it's probably more different because I don't think you guys do trial, do you,
Kris?
Kris?
You're
Sorry,
muted.
yes.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's totally different as well, but I for mostly for bridal, mostly for whatever Ornella is doing, it's more difficult actually. It's more difficult than in the pageant or in the high like fashion industry. It's totally different. The way we make it's the same thing. It's just like well, for brides, like for bridal, you have to make contracts constantly. You have to get in touch with your client here and there for trials. But for my industry, it's a little bit different. It's because you know who you're working with. Like literally, you have no idea. You haven't seen your model's faces. You know what's their skin texture, what it feels like, and what's their allergies. So I always carry so many stuff. Then I think like I carry so much stuff because you want to make sure that you cater your client's skin or skin condition. And like, what if they're allergic to a specific brand or two brands?
Mhm.
Then you only carry one foundation, or like let's just do one eyeshadow. Then you're doomed. Like you're done. Like that's it. And mostly in my industry right now is because it's a lot different. You have to make sure you're very on top of your game, mostly for sanitation. It's like because you don't want to cross contaminate things. So I carry at least 5 to 6 set of brushes, even though I'm only working for like 2 models. Because just to make sure that I have enough products to bring, so at least I can cater of like what if they're allergic or like as long as they're okay with the products that I use. Of course, but I think it's more of a better understanding how the model actually okay with the products that you're using right now and how you deliver it.
And so do you guys so especially for Kris, do you work with let's say like the director, like the production director? Who is it who's in charge of that? Let's say there's a fashion show. There's a certain look and feel that you're trying to go for, right? And there's several makeup artists in the event, right?
Yeah.
And so do they show you like a lookbook or a mood board or something like that? Like what are the craziest like looks that you've done?
When it comes to like fashion shows and like so when it comes to like fashion shows and big productions, they always have mood boards. So you always have a key artist with you all the time. Like near Fashion Week, they always have a key artist in each table, or maybe not each table, like the whole production. So after you do a certain look, so there's a mood board. So once you have the mood board, you gotta copy that. Sometimes the key artist demonstrate it for like how you how you execute your wing liner or how you execute like a smoky eye. And aside from that, then you're gonna recreate it. Once you recreate that, once you're done, you have to go to the key artist and let them approve it. And you only have at least 15 to 20 minutes work, and literally you only have tiny amount of like space. You have to work fast. It's so scary when working for Fashion Week.
Yes.
And so with Ornella, so how do you how do you work with your clients? Let's say there's a bride or like a group of bridesmaids, and the like bride wants a certain look and feel? Like, how do you, work with them?
So now, since the pandemic, or even before, I always make sure that I call them first, ask the theme, if the event is outdoor and all of that. So I kind of know what kind of products to use for these people. And then, of course, given also the number of girls or clients to work with besides the bride. So of course you have to gauge if there's like the elderly, the grandma, moms, if there's a sister or the youngest sibling, or flower girl that is like probably 3 or 4 who wants to do hair. So all that stuff. Especially if your clients are more on like the Asian that are very traditional, you cater to them all. And so that's when I have partners that I bring in to work with to assist me, because most of the time I here it's very very rare that I get that 9/11 bridesmaids, but I did. So that's why I started contracting partners outside of the brides and brushes business. But yeah, I make sure that I know the theme, I know what to work with, if like the skin tones, if there's like all the under, kind of like know from Caucasian to light skin to dark, so find out the ranges. And so I have and be prepared, like what Kris said, he needs to know what she has in his kit, because it's gonna, you don't know what you're gonna get. But me, I have more time to find out and get prepared for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's why that's why I kind of like enjoy bridal, because of the feel, and it's like the atmosphere of love and joy and peace. It's not like as stressful, because I work with fashion shows, and um it's different. So I got that craziness, and so that's why I brought myself into the bridal industry versus to high fashion
More
shows.
calmer.
Yes, I'm not good at like getting stressed.
Under pressure, yeah.
Yes,
Hard.
it's different. Well, because it's art. For me, you gotta like, of course, every person have a different take on their artistry. But for me, I just want to like make sure everything's right. I can't rush my masterpiece. Basically, that's how I process it in my head.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mm.
right. And so Abigail here knows a lot about um, discipline and the traits that make a good instructor, because she's an instructor
Yeah.
of Kangoo Fitness, right? So she's a fitness instructor. So for Kris and Ornella, what are the qualities or traits that are needed to be a good hair and makeup stylist?
Take it away, Kris.
Oh, okay. So as long as you know base knowledge of presentation, that's all matters first. Then second is it's not about how well experienced are you. Like no matter what, regardless, even though you're in the industry for so long, but if you don't practice anything, if you don't practice your skills, you're really gonna lose it.
Yeah.
I think for me, I agree to what Kris said, and also I believe that a makeup artist should be a risk taker, and someone who enjoys experimenting. Again, this is art, and maybe there's a lot of basics that we've learned as we go along the way, but you always have to take on your own style and your own technique and apply it to yourself or to your clients. In that way, you kind of have explored different looks, and also what is good for other facial shapes or features, and you grow from there.
Always come prepared.
Yes, definitely.
Thing.
Yeah, so and so I think like we had one guest like from a previous show, and she was saying like learn something new every day, right, Ernella? So that kind of goes along with what you said, like learning the different shapes of faces and different types or skin tones and complexities, right?
True.
That is so awesome. So, Abigail, do we have any questions? Do you have any questions for them?
I have a
I'm gonna look
question
through the
with
comment
regard to
section.
like how we are on COVID. I know it's almost done. Everything is opening up. But what are the like uh needed adjustment you needed to do when we were like the past year? What are the adjustment with Kris? I heard like you have a lot of brushes and everything, but are there any requirements when it comes to like productions? Like you need, of course, you need to have your mask on, but like applying makeups, are there any restrictions or anything?
Well, as as we speak about like during pandemic, there's actually for me there's no changes at all
Mm-hmm.
because I've been practicing proper sanitation. So I always wear gloves on
Mm.
my clients.
Mm-hmm.
I never double dip. I always have, for example, like my eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
In my eyeshadow, I use a small either a cotton swab or anything. Like as long as I can literally like pinch or like dab my eyeshadow and my brush put from the cotton itself or like a small tissue paper. So I
Yeah.
don't put my brush to the product directly because
Yep.
that's even regardless you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna contaminate things already.
Mm-hmm.
So like from that and there's a lot of disposables, even eyeliners, like or mascara. For mascara, even though there's already the sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
I barely use that. I always give my mostly when it comes to like brides, I always give them a fresh mascara, lipstick, and liners. I give it to them. But when it comes to like a
Mm.
reproduction, you always have to make sure for reproductions you as a producer or whoever hires you, I always get tested. I always get tested at least 3 to 4 times a week, depending on how many job loads I have to go and how many clients I have to see. So I always get tested no matter what. And then even though I had the vaccine, just I still need to prepare for what's coming. And
Correct.
if my own personal clients, I always give them a contract of, hey, if you're tested positive in the past 2 weeks, unfortunately, I cannot take you. But it's just I just want to be safe to everyone, mostly for my next client, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I feel like, oh yeah, I'm clean or whatever, I sanitize everything, but we don't know whatever the residue of the product
Right.
itself, because
That's
we
good.
can't see
Mm-hmm.
things. It's very tiny. It's very my
Mm-hmm.
you just want to make sure and aware of what you've touched and just be just to make sure like
Proactive.
your
Yeah.
sanitation.
Mm-hmm.
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 That's
Yes.
great.
Yeah, I agree to Chris. With my in 2020, I haven't taken on any client. And again, one thing is everybody's on pause.
Mm-hmm.
So no weddings, no events, nothing. So everybody just staying safe.
Mm-hmm.
Come 2021, I started taking on clients. I got vaccinated. It's good. I guess it's just it was a blessing that I got one of the, because of my work, my current job, I got the dose sooner than everybody else. And so with that, I can accommodate more people. And also with our home business, our kitchen business, because we're handling food as well, supporting my husband. So we're required to be vaccinated. So in now in 2021, it helped a lot to being more prepared and very, of course, sanitation. Make sure I'm not going doing back to back, even though um like before I would take on clients like one in the morning and then the afternoon. So now I get more time to sanitize everything. So I just take one client a day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing to consider. So yeah.
That's great. That's good to
Yeah.
know. And it's a learning for everybody, right?
True.
Mm-hmm.
Any
Yes.
in any field nowadays with what happened last year, everybody's adjusted, and I think some would continue of being proactive.
Yes,
Even though everybody would be vaccinated, it's a learning.
true.
Yeah, it's a learning process for us.
True. And
Yes.
even I recently had a wedding that both of the bride and the couple
Mm-hmm.
got COVID, and they were just like straightforwardly told me that they were COVID, making sure they got tested many times before they push through with the event. Well, at least I have my peace of mind that they're sure that they're not infected anymore, or they're better.
Mm-hmm.
So at least it's really the dialogue and making sure you're honest with your clients and vice versa, having that communication open. That's what's important, because if you don't have that, then you're risking not only your client but also yourself and your family.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very true.
That is true. And so,
Right.
aside from sanitation and being safe, and COVID compliant, are there any signature routines or rituals that you do before doing hair or makeup? Like, so for example, like in football, there's the huddle, or like in basketball, like before they play, right? There's always a huddle or of some sort of chant or cheer. So, is there anything that you do before going out there and doing someone's makeup? Yeah, like meditate or what? I'm sure Chris has
Relax.
something.
Calm down. Well, this is like not really only when I do makeup, but I always pray for everything that I do, because of course you get to meet sometimes like a bridezilla or groomzilla or even a momzilla. Then so it's really making sure that you are in the right mind, right face, right attitude when you face your client, because every person is different, every client is different.
Yes.
And you get to like be in the right holistically right everything before you present yourself as a business owner and also an artist.
That's a good way to put it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like having that holistic
How about Chris?
thing.
Yeah, pag bad mood ka, sira na, mainit na ulo ng lahat. Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. How about Chris? Do you have any
So like for
like?
me, so for that, like I always pray, but on top of my head, I'm gonna be thinking of umayos ka, Christopher, umayos ka, Christopher. Pag hindi mo inayos to, lagot ka sa producer, wala ka ng kliyente, wala ka ng makuha
Ng
mga
booking.
ano,
Mm-hmm.
wala ng booking, right? So like on top of my head, yun nga lang yung inano ko na, oh my gosh, I have to make sure it's gonna be perfect, it's gonna be flawless, and I'm a hype person, so like if you know me personally, I always hype people up. Like if you feel like if there's a model like na parang she's really kind of like timid or like really shy, so like in top of my head, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this girl? Like, girl, like you have to boost. You show your energy. You're a model. Like you're not gonna be sitting in a chair. So like right before that, before me doing the makeup, I always tell them like, what kind of person are you? Are you friendly? Are you outgoing? Or like do you party a lot? So like I always ask things like even though it's not related to makeup, and they're like, oh my gosh, girl, yes, I party. So once they said, oh yes, girl, once you said there's a girl or like like those sound like very honest, and I'd be like, okay, so she's good. But if she's gonna be saying like she's just like pausing so much, then I know for sure she's really a shy type. So like that's why I always pray like, girl, give me some energy, because
Yes, that's
if I
kind of
can
like
give her a whole shot.
so that's like an icebreaker, right? To just like keep things open, like make things open, or open them up, right? Like the models.
Yes, you have to
Right.
build a rapport with your client, because it's gonna be a long some for Chris it's 20-30 minutes, right? Sometimes an hour for me or two. It's gonna be the whole event that I'll be chasing her. And if you don't have that, good rapport with your client, it's gonna be a terrible
Yeah.
time for both of you. So it has to
Uh-huh.
be really good.
So, speaking of,
Mm-hmm.
like having rapport with your clients, what do you want to impart to your clients? Like, when you work with them, like, what do you want them to come away with?
Well, for me, I always treat my clients with a lot of respect, just like family. I don't treat them like, just a client, because at the end of the day, it's always the way you make them feel. Especially with my, it's a very memorable event for them. So making sure that you have that good relationship the entire time, making them feel special and pampered. That's really important, and that's how my clientele actually get bigger because of the experience they had. Again, I have a very small um, group of friends here when I moved, and I now that I have Socal Pinoy, and then it just expands
Mhm.
because of how you treat the people or the person that you handled for what you do. And it's not only the way they look, it's also the way the how they felt while you're doing makeup for them.
That is so awesome.
Right. So in
Yeah.
in my end as well. Oh, sorry. So like in my end as well, it's always like Ate or Nell said that, treating respect with the clients. But for mostly doing fashion, it's the way you treat the producers and how you execute your skills. How you execute your
Correct.
skills, how to execute the doing makeup,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not, because in mostly for high fashion, like for fashion shows and stuff, they're not there for how your traits or how your personality, it's how you execute your
Skills.
skills.
Yep.
So it's totally different. But at the end of the day, you have to kiss your producer's ass. Like literally, you have to be, if you wanna like grab him water and offer a water or like whatever you eat and feed him, like you have to make sure like you're kissing the producer's ass to be in the industry, mostly for high fashion. And of course, mostly Ate or Nala, she's been in the fashion show. Like it's always the skill set and the rush. They don't care what the model feels. Like if they feel like you as an artist, like they don't feel safe with you, the producer don't give, you know
Yes.
I don't want to curse, but they don't care what model feels. They care about the execution, how you apply makeup and the finished product, basically. Yeah, the finished product.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
True.
Hmm.
And so
So it's,
speaking
it's,
of
it's totally different, and I still respect. Sorry.
like working under stress, right? Like Abby, we have a lot of challenges, diba? Like and I'm sure in the hair and makeup industry there are a lot of challenges. And so can you talk about what those challenges are, and was there a point that you wanted to give up, and
Walk
what was
away.
the turning, yeah, like ano yung turning point,
Or did
like
it
what made
happen?
you, yeah, and how did you move forward?
Well, for me, so since I started doing hair and makeup since when I was in the Philippines, prior to migrating, to be honest, I was fully booked for weddings. And again, things that life happens. And so I migrated here, I got married, I had kids. So lahat ng dreams mo, or even the things that you wish that's gonna happen on this year or next year, hindi nangyari. It's you because you have other priorities. And then also another challenge is the financially, because as
Mhm.
a makeup artist, you're a freelancer, right? You own your own business. I don't have benefits.
Mhm.
So my focus was to really be good in my corporate career in order to get benefits for myself or for my family, whatever it is. So that puts a hold on my dream of really having or being a full-time makeup artist, or even doing my build my career
Empire.
in makeup artistry. So when it comes to giving up, I don't think I've gave up. It's just really a pause, a long pause. Imagine from 2008. Tapos, I migrated 2011, 2016 pa before I launched bridesandbrushes.com. And I'm just so blessed that I met partners along the way, and photographers and web designers that was truly so kind enough to help me to launch this business. It's just amazing, and I'm sure they're being blessed back by God for all the things that they've done for me. Sobrang grateful ako.
Mm-hmm. And Kris, was there ever a point when you wanted to give
Like,
up?
you broke down. Broke down.
Umiyak.
Nag-pause. Nagbanyo.
Ano? Oo.
Nasigawan ka ba ni
Ano?
Derek?
May pasigaw
Ano
ba?
ba?
Diba?
Nung ano lang talaga, when nawindang lang talaga minsan sa mga clients because sometimes na, like mostly, that's why I give up bridals. It's because I've had so many in Jersey. There's so many bride dealers. Like literally, they think that they own you. It's because if they pay you and akala nila na, oh, I pay you, so you're gonna do whatever I said. And I was like, no, girl, you're in a contract. You have to follow my rules. My rules, even though na kayo nagbabayad, even though you paid for how much is the whole service, but still, like, there's always a limitation. Kaya nga, I always respect all the makeup artists when it comes to like bridals and hairstylists and so as a bride, kasi they want to be perfect. Everything has to be perfection. And
Mm-mm.
yeah, I give up a lot of brides, and most like nung start
Is
ng
it on the
pandemic in
spot,
2020.
right? Or
I had
like
about
before
in
booking?
2020 I had
Is it on the spot when you like turn away, or it's like before you took?
I haven't had naman ano before booking po.
Oh,
Before booking, and when it comes to like
Iniwanan
trial
yung
na, yung sa
bride.
trial na, like sa trial mismo, they were like, I don't want this, I don't want that. Like, oh my gosh, like, are you serious? Like, are you makeup artist? Yung mga ganon, like, they're so diva, and like they're gonna be like, I don't want this to happen on my wedding day, and I was like, that's the point of doing wedding bridal trial. So mga ang aarte talaga, like mostly like, I'm sorry, but like most of the people in East Coast are like really direct. Sometimes as makeup artists feel like di parang I got so intimidated na parang
Mm-hmm.
ay ano ba yan? Like, am I in the right industry or what? Kasi like there's a lot of brides na
yeah.
Yeah,
na
true.
ano sila, like they're really nakakatakot. So I respect
Mhm.
literally Ate Ornella, whatever she's doing, girl, hands down. Kudos.
Dito naman, they tell you, however, because majority of the people, or at least the ones that I've taken on, they don't wear much makeup. Compared kasi sa East Coast, they're very into, fashion, beauty, talagang full-on makeup, right? Dito naman, hindi lahat ng tao. So when they put makeup on, there's like, oh wow, it's too much, it's too this, it's the browser is too thick, or and then konting ano mo lang, ayan, pwede na ba? And then what they realize, it didn't really change much, but when they see the pictures, it's so gorgeous, and they realize what you really did is the right thing to do. And it's just like, wag ka na magulo, you just have to listen to the expert. So, but you just have to make
Right.
them feel that you're
Really.
taking their feedback, and yeah, the people skills
Yeah, it
matters.
happened to me a lot. Yeah, literally. It happened to me a lot when I was working at Mac. Sabi nila, oh, I'm going to a wedding and I want to look this. And they said smoky eye. And I said, how smoky you want to go? Okay, from 10 that's being a drag queen, from 1 that's being like nothing. And she was like, oh, I want to be 10, like really like full on smoky eye. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, you came in here at Mac Cosmetics. This is not Bobby Brown. This is not like for that they just like simple smudgy liner. And they were like, yeah, I want full smoky eye. So once I put a full smoky eye, and they were like, "Oh, this is a lot," and I was like, "Girl, you just told me that you want a full face smoky eye, and I gave you that." So parang depende talaga sa mga tao, nakakaloka.
Well, it's a challenge, but it betters your craft every time.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah,
Yes.
thing.
and so speaking of that, did you discover something about yourself in the process?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
a lot. Like literally, it grew na you have to consult your customers. Like consultation is the key when it comes to like yung kay Ate Ornella in her industry. She always consult things like for yung ano ko naman, I learned so much about like doing consultation kasi usually sa runway kasi sa mga fashion shows they don't care about consultation. You don't have time. Wala kang
Mm-hmm.
time to consult. Like you just get like, allergies, yes, how's your skin? Are you dry or oily? Okay, perfect. Let's do makeup. That's it. Pero yung sa ano talaga, when it comes to like yung ano ko, yung damsam na yun, you have to consult your customer or else hindi wala kayong, iba kasi yung vision mo as an artist and iba din yung vision niya as a client.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Ornella?
Yes, and I think that what I've learned as a makeup artist along the way that I applied in my life too is just love for people. Because, it never fails. Because kahit lokang-loka ka na, I mean, it's, I'm just, siguro pinagpe-pray ko din yon. Talagang love for people. Because you have to be understanding and patient.
Mhm.
And understand where they're coming from. Kung medyo irritated sila because there was just because of the wedding, or they got a fight or misunderstanding with the groom or with the mom. You also have to calm them down because again, stress lahat, including myself, if the bride is stressed out and o kaya umiiyak.
Nasisira ang makeup.
You're kind of like the absorber also of their rants or they vent on you.
Therapist.
It's
That's
really
true.
the lahat yan eh. Hindi ka lang makeup artist, counselor ka pa. So
That's
true.
Yes.
With Kris, what
Therapist,
you're
libreng
saying, it's
therapy.
really...
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
that is
diba?
so true.
Dapat pala plus times pa to eh, times 5 yung fee. Kasi may consultation na, may therapy pa, diba?
Correct.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
Aside from
that's
the ate,
really...
so we have someone in the
aside
back.
from the ate, sorry.
We have Jane actually. So let's ask her what her challenges were. Hi, Jane. Hi, we can't hear you. Yeah, I think you don't have volume, like you don't have audio. Can you hear us? Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, try logging back in and
Yeah,
then...
try logging back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like she looks really good.
Yes.
That's why
I love
I'm
her
curious.
hair.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm curious
Wasn't that
about her experiences. So we'll ask her all of the questions that you guys answered and she'll be able to answer in like 2 minutes. I'm just kidding. Okay, there you go. Hi, Jane.
Hi everyone, how are you guys doing tonight?
There you go.
I just saw Miss Abigail this morning.
Hello.
Yeah, we noticed she did her hair.
Yeah.
And so we decided to invite her since you're gonna be here.
Mhm.
But really quickly tell everybody who you are, what your background is, and how you got started. With your profession in the hair industry.
So I'm actually also a singer. So I live here in Long Beach, California, and then I moved just recently to Westminster, and then it's been great. I started when I was 16 years old when I just arrived here in United States.
Oh wow.
In the Philippines when we didn't have the K to 12, um, you graduate early,
Already.
and then right on time when I
Mhm.
graduate high school in the Philippines, we
Yeah.
migrated here in United States, and then I was looking for something to do. And then my aunt was like, "How about Jane? You do hair and you do cosmetology." And then I was like, sure, but I would like to try college first. So I tried to apply it. I tried to apply in every university and even community college. They wouldn't accept me. So I was like, oh my gosh, what would I do? Okay, so our last point was to go to um, cosmetology school,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was trying to push myself. Even in high school, I tried to apply it because I wanted to experience high school life in United States. And
Mm-hmm.
then I applied in cosmetology school, but and there's no problem. They accepted me right away, and I was like, wow, that's really God's will, because all the schools, they said I have to stay a year, so they rejected me, and I stayed here in my career, and right at 17 years old, I got my license, and
Wow.
I was able to move from San Diego here in Long Beach, California, and I started working as a designer level, the lowest designer, a hairstylist at the age of 17 and a half at Fantastic Sam's. And
Wow.
then it was really hard at first because they wouldn't accept anyone who doesn't have any experience.
Mhm.
So I was really really grateful at that first job, and then moving forward, I was going to college at the same time, economic school, while working, and I shifted from Fantastic Sam's to JC Penney Salon, from JC Penney Salon to Ulta Salon. That's when I worked for 3 years, and I left Ulta Salon at Elite Stylist. So one of the
Nice.
it's already the most top kind of hairstylist. So I was like, I was like, is there any more growth other than this? So I wanted
Mhm.
to see a futuristic part of me, and then that's where my dad told me that you gotta start this, Jay. You gotta start your own business. You have a clientele base, and then that's where I started. And of course, it was really hard at first because I only had a little bit of money in my account because I had to pay all my student loans.
Yes.
It was really hard. I only had probably like $2,000 in my bank account when I started the business, and oh my gosh! And then from that, I just prayed, Lord, provide me with clients, and then I started with two clients a day. When I started at February 2020, I started with two clients a day, and then moving forward, right now, I'm I'm fully booked the whole week. So that's a blessing,
Yes.
and
Amen.
yes, yes. So don't
More
ever
to
give up on
come.
your dreams.
Count me in.
Yes.
Heard the live.
Yes.
So I think the challenge was really just starting and having your own clientele base. But once you have your name out there, and then they know about how your
Word
works,
of mouth.
they
Word
will.
of mouth.
Yes, the word of mouth is the best
The best
advertisement.
Mhm.
marketing.
Definitely.
And so that's a really good story. Did you have any challenges aside from those that you already mentioned? And were were there times when you wanted to give up? And how did you um decide to like move forward?
So there was a time when I felt like, is this really for me? Because a lot of my family, they would say, you're only a hairstylist. They would like bring down my job. You have to enroll in nursing school. So, and I was like, okay, I'm just trying to be. I was trying to be respectful to my mom and dad, to my sister. All my sisters are nurses. They're all
Mhm.
RNs.
You get
And it
paid
was
more
hard.
than an hour for no, just
Yes.
kidding.
Gonna
Same
say,
like a nurse.
not just saying it, but she earns more.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly,
God.
right? You don't have to go night shift too. No, I'm just kidding.
You own
Oh,
your own business. Wow.
thank
What's
God.
better
Yes.
than that? Yeah.
Yes. So I was about to enroll in nursing school and have a 120,000 loan. And
Loan.
then I think it was my auntie who who introduced me this cosmetology, and she said, "Do you really want to be in nursing school, Jane? Do you really want to be a nurse?" And
Mhm.
then I really dig into my heart, and I said, Oh my gosh, I was like, I don't know. No. So that was like one
No,
of the
first,
hardest.
no.
Like first earning, definitely the earn. I was feeling that I'm not earning enough
Mm-hmm.
at first, and then I had to get trainings because I just realized that's when I realized that whenever you have a clientele base, you have to be paid based on your. Before I didn't know how to charge. I was charging so
Mm.
low that
Mhm.
like the products that I use are so expensive that it's only giving me a little bit of return. So what I learned is that don't be afraid to charge on how much you're worth.
Correct.
Yes.
Exactly.
So yes,
Business
that,
is
Sell
Mm-hmm.
short,
business.
yes.
Yes. For all the viewers out there, please know that we are using high-end products.
Correct.
definitely.
Nasa
Yeah.
Amerika po tayo.
Yes. And the
True.
education that we put in, yung time.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we are all trained for this profession.
Correct.
Yes.
And so,
And we're
having
all
said
like,
that, so like to everyone here, our panelists, what are your top 3 tips for people who want to get into your field?
Definitely number one is that if you really want beauty at the first place, don't ever hesitate to try it out. If you have passion for arts, because as I said, I'm also a singer, and I've always liked to paint when I was young, and I always know that I'm gonna be in art kind, but I didn't know what part of art do I want to be in.
True.
So that's where I realized at the end that, oh my gosh, this is a part of music and arts. So if you guys are into this field, music and arts, go into this career, and then definitely at the end you're gonna love it.
Yes. And for me naman, for the people out there who have the dream and the skill but never had the courage to do it, it's never too
Too
late to
late.
start.
True.
Never too late. Hanggat may kamay kayo na gumagana, you can
You
still
can
use it
feel.
for your passion.
Correct.
Yes.
yes. Totoo yun
And
kasi
Chris,
if you guys know the Nessa Merrick started, I think when she was on her 30s, and now she's so big. So people out there keep on pushing, keep on growing. Laban lang. Laban natin to, mga sis.
Ye- yes.
Walang hihinto.
Go lang
Yes,
ng
laban
go.
lang.
Correct.
Definitely.
Go lang ng go.
Nice. That's a good. That's a very. All your stories
Laban
are very
lang.
inspiring. That's why, like, that's why I always tell Nick, it's like things like this, like people could see. Maybe it could open doors for them. Maybe it could give courage for them. So
True.
it's really like it's really important to put our experience stories out there so they could, you wouldn't know, who would you inspire and have fun.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
And also for the parents, I'm also a parent, to open up your eyes and your hearts for the children or of this new generation. They have other passions too, and it's not
Humor.
only nursing. It's not only,
Yes.
it's not only engineering. Because my parents are in the medical and engineering industry, and I didn't pursue that path. So there are other good paying careers too. So that's
Definitely.
why we are here.
Yes.
that is
Yes.
Yes.
so true. And so
That is
especially
so
like,
true.
so we're talking about like older generations, right? And finding a path, them finding a path for us. Um, and so for other Filipinos, like there are a lot of Filipinos who are now making waves, right? And forging their own paths. And those aren't the traditional, like as we mentioned, like in the medical field or nursing or engineering and all that stuff. And so, what can we do as Filipino Americans to support this movement? Like, how can we continue to support Filipino Americans? Because we all know not everyone supports fellow Filipinos, right?
Not all.
Yeah.
But well, I guess for me it's really awareness, and thank you, Mick, for having this show. To be honest, this is very good way of giving awareness to our viewers, and connecting to all generations. So nowadays everybody's online and watching on Facebook. So I'm glad that we have a common ground that everybody can see that there are other people like us that exist. And also we are opening, kind of like giving an open mind or sharing an open mind to everybody about other industries out there and opportunities that we should be welcoming to. So
Agree.
Jane and Chris, do
Right.
you have anything to add to that? Or Abigail?
Um, I think definitely supporting each other's business, like what we're doing. Like also my other clients, they introduce me their business, and I'm very open minded to it. And also them, they always say that, oh, I like to go to a fellow Filipino like
Correct.
you because we
You
understand
need to
each other.
start that. Yes.
Definitely. Like we do a consultation and we would understand each other's perspective on how what they want in their anything in their skin and their nails, any business. And I think it's easier to communicate with each other. And I
true.
think one of the power that we have as Filipinos is that we can communicate well with each other with
Yes.
honesty.
Yes.
And this is
Kindat
the
lang
best.
yan, no?
Yeah.
Isang kindat lang, alam mo na.
Yes.
Smile. Diba? I mean, for me, if like presenting yourself and being honest, like how you are, and not having that, you know, shield that you're afraid to be okay with that person. I think that's one thing too. I know there's a lot that is not really sociable, but if that person in front of me is like me, like if I could start a conversation, it's a good thing. And yeah, that's what I was telling Nick, is like maybe this is the time we need to support each other in all fields, from food to, like, beauty, styling, fashion, everything, because we have everybody, we have
Yes.
everybody in all fields. I don't believe that there's no Filipino in a certain field. I don't believe.
Yes, true. And the good thing is that we Filipinos, we always say that we stand out. Honestly, we stand out wherever we are. Yes, our accent may be different, but the really thing is that we are very versatile. We can get along with many people or
Well,
any, very well. I mean, that's why we're all over the place. We're global
mhm.
because of our character. So just keep pushing. Sabi nga ni Chris, diba?
Right.
Keep on going. Push lang.
Laban
And
lang.
yes, and so
Laban
speaking of
lang.
supporting fellow Filipinos and and our local businesses, Ornella and I are sporting or wearing Be About the Box of Jen Villar tonight.
Wow.
So we're supporting our fellow Filipino American brand Be About the Box. So hi Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Yes.
We're totally repping your Be About the Box.
Yes. I'm wearing Naomi right now. So yeah, supporting each other, sharing. I mean, you don't have to pay to support another person, right?
Yes.
Because I think mostly right now, because there's a lot of Asian hate, a lot of
Mhm.
Asian hate crime.
Yes.
Mostly back in East Coast and New York. Kaya nga, there's a lot of Filipinos who are moving here in California because they feel like more safe, and it's because like they feel like they're in the Philippines because there's a lot of Filipinos know everywhere you go. Kaya, parang ano lang, I'm just so happy na there's a lot of Filipinos in here na supporting other Filipinos as well. Yeah, I think it's also respect talaga kasi nga, we have to be together as one kasi nga, parang kada lang, no? Kasi nga, yun nga, marami talagang Asian hate crime right now.
Mhm. Yes, that is so true. And if there's anything that you want to change in your industry, what will it be?
Hmm.
Kris or
Ate or
Jane or
Ate or
Nella?
Nella.
Nag-isip ako. Well,
Yep.
I guess it's I don't know what I can change because I haven't explored so much in this industry. I guess I'm still in my comfort zone when it comes to my business. But what I love, what I would like to continue instead is start to spread, like contracting fellow artists. Like for me, I can do it all on my own.
Yeah.
Especially we have 5, 10 clients in a bridal party.
Mhm.
I do this and I would like to continue this. I love to connect with more artists out there. And of course, trust you guys working together with me. That's what I want to continue. Because I don't know what to change as of yet, but that definitely is what I want to continue doing.
Definitely. I think
Mhm.
what would I would like try to bring awareness in a way to like for other stylists to have an open mind to follow the trend. I've noticed a lot of my clients, coming in here, they would complain back in their stylist that their back in their stylist that their hairstyle, the techniques that they used to do is very classic, very like old fashioned, and we have every season our trends of the hair, it's changing. Yes,
Evolve.
Mm-hmm.
and also the services we have to be a lot of hairstylists also only sticks in doing women's hair, and that used to be my challenge. I only do women's hair, but I tried my best. Also, I tried my best to like learn with men's haircut when I was starting, and now it's my strength. And I think that's how we're gonna be able to like um, spread and have an open mind and like grow our business to not only do only a specific service.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I thank you.
World
Oh my
peace.
god.
And Kris?
Luka ka talaga.
Oh my, my clients are
Ano
still
na
here.
ate?
They're still here. They're laughing with me.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to change? I
I
mean,
mean, if there's any
especially you're
change,
out there in the fashion industry. So is there anything that
so
you want to change or anything that needs to be improved in your opinion?
I would say for me personally, moving here in moving here in West Coast, I would say, it's tough. But me as an artist, there's a point in time that should I keep on pushing or like to be in the medical field or just keep on in the industry? Because sometimes like you feel like, oh, you're hopeless because you only get like 4 or 5 clients in a week, and I used to have like at least 4 or 5 months booking advance, and now moving here in California, I feel like, damn, I only have like 4 bookings in a week. Like, should I just like move to a medical field because it's always busy. It's always like there's always jobs no matter where you go. But um, in the fashion industry, I would say it's I think it's really different now because there's a lot of like mostly for like ads. Everything is just in social media. Everything is online now. So
Yeah.
like they can for artists like me, artists like mostly in the fashion, it's a lot different now. It's because of there's a lot of good editor for mostly for like image editor. They can edit a whole photo just using
Yeah.
Adobe Photoshop, and a lot of
Yep.
artists loses a lot of jobs from that.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So there's
That's
always
true.
it's tough.
Mhm.
Yes, that is so true, and hopefully we do find out more opportunities, for people to get booked and more clients, more businesses out there,
Yep.
supporting fellow makeup artists and hairstylists, right?
And I think I've
Um,
seen there's pageants that are gonna be done this year. So yeah, that's a lot of, that's a lot of
There
people that's
is.
joining
Actually,
pageant.
Miss Universe is coming up soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw like Miss
Yeah.
Philippines
Miss
USA.
Universe is coming up soon.
Yes, yes. Yes. There are several that are
Oh yeah,
coming up.
Miss Philippine USA.
Yes.
It's coming
Yes.
back. So yeah, everything is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those
I just didn't do
organizers, if you're watching,
makeup.
Kris Villaluz. Yes, and so we do have an activity for everybody. So this is something that we've been trying to do recently for our guests, but our viewers, you guys out there, can also follow along. And so what we're gonna do, like, this is a surprise activity actually. We didn't tell anybody what it's going to be, so Abigail, you can also join the activity. I'm the only one who knows what it is. So basically, I got pictures. I got pictures of um, famous. I'm trying to get this situated.
No,
Like,
you're just
sorry. I got pictures of founders of
Yeah.
cosmetic lines, right?
It's okay.
oh, oh my gosh.
Right.
Of course, Chris will know.
Ate.
Wag kang ganyan.
Yeah. So Jane, you're gonna guess who the people are. No, I mean, like, all of you guys are gonna guess like who these people are. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. These are founders of really popular brands, like international makeup brands, like cosmetic lines. So we'll start with him. Yeah. So can anyone guess who he is? I'll give you a clue. He's Japanese.
Japanese.
Shiseido.
Udo. Ito talaga.
Japanese?
Japanese.
Shiseido.
No, it's more
Kabuki.
it's more designer. It's a name. It's a name. Pangalan siya. Name
Japanese.
siya. Yeah, Japanese. So, Kris, you might be familiar.
Ano ba yung mga Japanese? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's more designer. So designer siya. Hindi siya one brand, one.
Designer?
Yeah, hindi siya isang pangalan lang. Pangalan siya ng tao.
Ah.
Oh. Oo. Alam eh.
Sirit.
Yeah. Shu
Sirit.
Uemura.
Oh yeah. I don't know the founder, but I know the brand.
Yes. See?
But I know the brand.
I know the brand, but not the founder.
Okay, this is the second one.
Ay.
Yeah, so everybody guess who she is.
Coco Chanel. Ba?
You're close.
Close?
You're close. Close.
Alam yan si Kris. Nagturo.
Allah.
You're close. Yeah, Kris probably knows. Or Kris or Nella have used
Clue.
the brand.
Okay, hint.
Si Ate Nella.
You see her in all department stores. You see her brand in all. Yeah.
Oh, nalo si Mary Ann.
So it's Estee Lauder.
Yeah, Estee Lauder.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, and her.
Oh my God.
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
How did you guys guess that? How
I
did you
follow
guys
her a
guess
lot.
that?
Bobby
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, you
Bobby
can't guess Estee Lauder, but you guessed Bobby Brown. Okay.
Well, I guess it depends because I love her style. I follow her a lot, and she now does masterclass that I'm following as well. So,
Ornella, what do you like about her makeup? Like,
Yeah, when it comes to
on
Bobby,
top of your head,
it's so funny.
the product itself or the technique.
the product itself.
I just love that it's very easy to use. I mean, if you're really reaching out to not professional, but you as a person, you just want to apply it for yourself, it's so easy to replicate and share it with other people. So that's how I see it. I love
It's
that.
user friendly, something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we'll go to the
It's so
next one.
funny. It's so funny. Bobby Brown used to be my client when I was in
Oh,
Jersey. I used to go
Oh,
there a couple
Really?
of times.
Wow.
I used to blow
Aray!
out her hair. Oh. So
Wow.
one time, di ba, ano ko, so I was in the front desk. So I was like, and she walked into her salon. She was like, nag-glasses kasi, nag-glasses siya. Tapos ako full makeup, smoky, 8 in the morning kasi may pasok ko sa Mac at 10. So she walked in. She was like, hi. I was like, hi, checking in. She was like, yes. And I asked her, what's your name? And she was like, Bobby Brown. And I was like, oh. And she was like, Bobby Brown. I was like, oh my gosh, Bobby, I'm so sorry. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't have coffee yet. I have a full face on. And she was like, where are you going, Kris? And I was like, oh, I'm working at Mac today. And she was like, And so that, like, after that couple of, like, incident, then she requested me for a couple of times to do her hair, just to try out. Tapos, and she gave me advices. She actually gave me advice. She was like, instead of like putting, how millennials or like the Gen Z put highlights in here, like all over the place. She was like, you look so sweaty. Are you sweating? And I was like, no, I just put highlighter. And she was like, that's not how you do makeup. So like from that, she gave me a lot of
Oh my
advice. She's like, nakakaloka talaga siya. But she's so down to earth. She's so nice. Pero nakakaloka. She's really scary, pero she's so nice.
Okay, so that is so awesome. That's like one of those memorable stories, right? So okay, we'll go with the next one. Do you know who he is?
So
So he's the founder of a really he's he's a founder of a really popular brand that's everywhere. Like everyone knows what brand he founded.
Avon?
No.
Ano ba naman, pare-pareho. Avon daw.
Mary
Avon?
Kay.
Mary Kay.
No, it's in department stores. So it's not a networking brand. It's in department
Tom Ford?
stores.
Ang dami.
No, Tom Ford. Buhay pa yun.
Dior? Hindi naman si Dior
Di ba
No.
pa yan.
Okay.
Department store, hindi na kasi nagpupunta ng department.
Yeah, like
Wala ng department store
really
ngayon.
known. So Heidi said Christian Dior. No. So everyone like just want me to tell you who it is.
Yeah.
It's
Wala ako sa
Eugene.
one?
Okay, let's see. Like someone said, so no, not Tom Ford. No, that's okay. So
First hand.
it's Eugene. It starts with an L. That's a brand. It starts with an L. Alam niyo to. You guys all know this. Close, but no. Okay, so it's Eugene Schuler. He's the founder of L'Oreal.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Everyone knows his brand, right? Everyone knows. Okay,
Yes.
these guys. I'm sure. Kris knows them.
Hindi daw, sabi ni Kris.
No. So this is. Do you guys know them?
No, I don't know.
Okay, this is Frank Angelo and Frank Toscan of MAC.
Oh.
They're the founders of MAC.
I was actually looking at the pots next to the guy.
Yeah.
Because it looks like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so
Both
we'll go to the next one. This guy. So this is obviously this is an older brand. He was younger in this picture. Chef, we need some challenge, right? So and let me
challenge na
yeah,
kamo.
his line is still available in all stores and like Target or whatever. Like it's available in department stores and at Target and everywhere. It starts with an M. It starts with
Maybelline.
yeah, Maybelline.
Maybe.
So this is
Maybelline.
Thomas Lyle Williams. He's the founder of Maybelline.
Wow.
Wow, right? So a lot of these brands are like old brands, right? That we've used like, almost every day and no one knows who they are, right? So next one. Who is this lady? Everyone knows her. Everyone should know who this lady is.
Sino siya?
Wala bang Pinay?
Yeah, everyone knows who this lady is.
Wala bang Jeffree Star dyan?
Actually, I was gonna add him, but I thought like older pictures, will be more challenging.
Challenging nga.
Sino nga?
Starts with a C. Yeah, start like Mary Ann. Her
Charlotte
viewer
Tilbury?
starts with a C. It starts with a C. Her name starts with a C.
Charlotte Tilbury?
Chanel.
Yes, Coco Chanel. That's
Chanel?
Coco Chanel. Yeah. Okay, and this next one is also going to be very challenging. So, yung okay, I'll give you yeah, this is pretty recent. He founded a brand that's recent. You know who he is?
A brand recently found?
Yeah, it's not an old brand. It's a recent, like in the last 10, 15 years.
Tom Ford.
No.
Misa?
So okay, make clue ako. This is what our parents all want us to be.
What?
So
NARS?
yeah.
NARS brand.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so his name is
Nice.
His name is Francois Narth. He's the founder of NARS.
Ay,
Yeah, he's French.
ganda ng clue mo ah.
Ano pa ng foundation ko?
Yeah, NARS.
So this one. So this guy, it's an older brand. Everyone knows what his brand is. It starts with a Y.
YSL.
YSL.
Pronounce mo nga
Oh,
yung
yes.
buong pangalan.
Sige nga.
YSL lang.
Yes.
Ano ba? Yves Saint Laurent?
So it's Yves Saint Laurent.
Diba? Tagalog dapat ang kapag kaka-pronounce niyan. Ives.
Oh,
So it's Yves
Yves.
Saint Laurent. And so, okay, I have one more. So ito, this is someone that everyone knows. Parang
How
ka-level
we say
siya ng
everyone
ano.
knows? How come we're not part of everyone?
Yung brand niya, kako. Yung brand niya, it's like ka-level siya ng Everblur.
Everbilena?
Hindi, ano?
Wala
Avon.
bang Pilipino?
Wala.
Gaya Fanny Serrano. Oh,
Ano yan?
saan ka?
Yeah. So, it starts with an R, yung brand niya.
Revlon.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah. So, Revlon, okay, so Revlon was founded by two brothers, Charles Revson and Jordan Revson. So siya si Charles Revson. They founded Revlon. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
That was challenging.
Ako naman.
Yeah, so that's Revlon.
Kung YouTuber pa yung nilagay mo, mahulaan namin yan.
Some people actually guessed it.
That's awesome.
that's
Yeah.
Ate, mawin na ako. Sabi ko talaga sa isip ko, makeup artist ba ako?
Makeup artist ko.
Okay lang yan, hindi mo nga nakilala si Bobby Brown in person eh.
ano.
Mawin
Ang galing naman, As in, client
Diba?
pala niya. Wow, that is so awesome. And so for everybody watching, for our viewers, so for our viewers, we do have a raffle. Syempre, in all of our Who is Socal episodes, we always have a raffle for everybody. So, at saka magpaparaffle yung mga guests natin. Ayan, di ba? It's so exciting. So, this is our first raffle. So, everybody, #raffle. If you want to get in the raffle, hashtag raffle. So there's a 10-second delay, so we're gonna wait. Arvin's gonna put the names in our wheel of fortune, the wheel of Arvin. Yeah, so this is the raffle prize number 1 to 2. There's actually 2 winners. So this is one Rodan and Fields Pamper Care Kit. So dalawa siya. There's gonna be winner number 1 and winner number 2, and this is from Ornella Curry of brightsandbrushes.com. And then, so pakita ko lang para ano. So this is raffle prize number 3. It's 1 goat's milk soap from Ornella Curry of brightsandbrushes.com. And this soap is from Salt and Light Company in Mason Grove Farms. That's her new endeavor. And then we have raffle prize number 4, which is a one-on-one 1-hour virtual makeup class with no other than Kris Ruiz. Can you imagine? You're going to get a one-on-one class on how to put makeup on. And you also get a goodie bag full of lashes and other cosmetic products. So yung mga, yeah, like, who knows, maybe the brands of those people that we talked about that we tried to guess are going to be in that cosmetic bag. And so this is the last prize. Raffle prize number 5 is 1 signature haircut with award winner bonder Joico Defy Damage, and that's an $80 value from Jane Magan Chang, Jane Rockstar Salon. There you go. Yeah, so everybody hashtag raffle. So
Can I
if there's anyone
hashtag
else,
too for Jane's raffle? Char.
yeah. Yeah, so everybody, so Arvin, you can add our panelists' name if we don't have enough people. Yeah, so
Raffle.
hashtag raffle, and you guys are do you have any current projects, and where can our viewers find you?
Yes, for me, you can find me on brightsandbrushes.com, or you can follow my page at Brides and Brushes on IG and Facebook. And or you can also look me up at Courageous Ornella in IG. So yeah.
And Kris?
For me, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Kris VHMUA, and or you can check my website at www.krisruiz.com.
And Jane, any new projects or concerts coming up? Concerts?
I have a gig this coming Mother's Day, Sunday,
Ay,
at West
makapunta.
Covina Mall. Yes, manood kayo ha.
Yeah, that is so.
I will be singing for the mothers.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is so awesome. So where is it going to be?
West Covina Mall.
Yeah, there you go, West Covina Mall.
Yes.
On May
9th.
Was it May 9th?
Sunday.
Yeah, it's only an hour.
What time are you playing?
She
What
said
time are you
we'll be
performing?
there around 9 a.m. So probably by 10.
Oh wow, that is early. Yes, that's an early show. But yeah, so West Covina Mall on May 9th at 10 o'clock a.m. Jane is going to be singing for all of our mothers. Yeah, so I think we're done with the raffle. So Arvin, are you around? Do you have a raffle wheel for us? We're calling on the wheel of Arvin. Wheel of Arvin. Are you out there?
We have a lot that joined. It's nice.
Wow. Thank you
Yeah.
for watching us tonight.
Oh, there you go.
It's a lot.
Are you there, Arvin?
Thank you.
Okay, so once again, this is raffle prize number 1, which is this. So it's 1 Rodan and Fields Pamper Care Kit from Ornella Curry, and we have 2 of them. So we'll do the first one. Raffle number 1.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go! Yay! Mylene Canteras. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. You won one Rodan and Fields Pamper Care Kit, which is this one. And so we'll do winner number 2 for the same item because there are 2 winners. Okay, let's do winner number 2. Parang may umaatras somewhere. Yung may sound, di ba? Yung umaatras. Heidi, congratulations. Heidi Aceda.
Yay.
You won one Pamper Care Kit
Yay.
from Ornella Curry. And so raffle prize number 3 is 1 goat's milk soap from Ornella. Okay, winner number 3. Here we go.
Gusto ko yan.
There you go. Dorothy Pasamba.
Congrats!
Congratulations, Dorothy Pasamba. You just won 1 goat's milk soap from Ornella Curry. And we have raffle number 4. So we'll be drawing for spinning for raffle number 4, which is a 1-on-1 1-hour virtual makeup class from Kris Ruiz and a goodie bag full of lashes and cosmetics. Wow, that is so awesome.
Parang meant sa akin yan. Marunong mag-makeup.
Ayan, so Mary Ann Marasigan Valencia.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yes.
See, Mary Ann, you should watch our show every Thursday so you'll win. Yeah, so congratulations, Mary Ann. You just won a 1-on-1 makeup class with no other than Kris Ruiz. And our next prize is 1 signature haircut with the award winner bonder, Joyco Defy Damage from Jane Magan Chang, Rockstar. Jane Rockstar.
Good luck, guys!
Yes, it's
Good
me.
luck.
It's me. It's me.
Jane
See, it's me.
Oh my God!
Lakas ng power.
Thank you, Jane.
Ang lakas ng power.
Yes.
So excited to meet you, Ate Ornella.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ornella. Congratulations to all of our winners. And thank you so much for all of our viewers for staying with us. And of course to our guests, Jane Magan Chang, Ornella Curry, and Kris Villaluz, and also Abigail Castillo, our surprise guest host for this evening. Thank you so much for watching. And I just want to say hi to everyone who's watching. And tomorrow, don't forget, 8:00 p.m. we have jam sessions at 8:00. We have jazz night. We have Melissa Pontanilla, Martin Schlomer. We have Abe Lagrimas Jr. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, you can't miss Abe Lagrimas Jr. Hi, and of course we have Eric Baul and the one and only Rick Icard. Hi everyone at Jane Rockstar Salon. Hi. And thank you so much, everybody. So we'll see you tomorrow at 8:00. Don't forget, it's going to be a really, really good night of jazz, just like we always have. We really have good jazz nights. So it's something to look out for. Yeah, so 8:00 tomorrow. And yeah, so for those winners, we're going to reach out to you in Facebook Messenger, and we'll put you with the in a group chat with the raffle sponsors. So everybody, good night. And thank you, of course, to all of our sponsors.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
See you all tomorrow at 8:00.
Thank you for having
Bye.
me. Bye.
Bye.
How does one go from this to this, or from this to this? Real people, real transformations. Amazing life-changing results are achieved every day at O Skin Med Spa. Let Miss O show you the way. Your very own before and after experience awaits. Call now for a free consultation. Visit oskinmedspa.com for more details.